Dear friends, thank you for inviting me to participate in the opening session of this Leadership Academy organized by CPAC. I'm happy to be here in this kick-off session as you begin an intensive 3-day leadership program. Of course, we would all like to be meeting each other in person, but I'm sure that we will make the most of this great opportunity. I'm here representing FLAD, the Luso-American Development Foundation. To those of you who don't know FLAD, we are a private, non-profit, financial independent Portuguese institution. At FLAD, we work to strengthen the bilateral ties between the United States and Portugal. We do it both through the engagement with the members of the Portuguese community in the United States and through the collaboration with relevant institutions. FLAD is happy to support CPAC in this initiative, and I want to take a moment to recognize CPAC's work for the Portuguese-American community, especially in the important aspect of political and civic participation. During the next few days, you are invited to focus on your professional development as you improve your ability to serve the community. You all have different interests and unique career paths, but I want to focus on what binds you together and brings you here. First of all, besides being American, you are of Portuguese ancestry. This means you are part of a big community of more than 300,000 people in California and almost 1.5 million people in the United States. You are part of this network that provides resources for your personal and professional lives. Second, you are young. This means that you have a career ahead of you. Some of you are students, others are young professionals, but all of you have in this academy an opportunity and a responsibility to invest in the development of your skills. By committing to this, you pave the way to becoming part of a qualified generation of future leaders in the Portuguese-American community and the United States in general. This takes me to the third common feature among you. In some way or another, you all see yourselves as having a leadership role in your different areas of activity. Be it in education, agricultural, justice, foreign affairs, business, or other, you are positioned to become decision makers in your communities and your country. Lastly, you all have a keen interest in serving the community. As future leaders in your respective fields, it is important that you don't lose sight of the need to represent and serve those around you. Being young Americans of Portuguese descent with the desire to lead and to serve your communities is a great way to start. But to accomplish your goals, this desire must be coupled with practical skills. In this academy, you will be offered a tailor-made program to help you thrive as Portuguese Americans in California. In my first year as FLAD's president, I traveled to California and witnessed firsthand the energy and commitment of the community. But I also stated the need to make community organizations more robust and professional, as well as to increase the civic and political engagement of young Portuguese Americans. This will result in greater representation of Portuguese Americans in public office at local, state, and federal level. It is crucial that the community have a voice in issues that distinctively impact and interest its members. I know some of you have an interest in agricultural policy. This is a sector where Americans of Portuguese descent are widely present, and your knowledge of this dossier is of great value. The same goes for education policy, where there is a need to extend the teaching of the Portuguese language, one of the most widely spoken languages in the world. Or for foreign policy, where Americans of Portuguese descent are well positioned to fight for the transatlantic relationship. It is important that you are up to date with the legislative agendas impacting specific sectors, as well as acquainted with the reality on the ground. The outstanding professional experience some of you already have is a great tool to acquiring this experience-based knowledge. Political representation is key to the affirmation of the Portuguese-American community and to further the relationship between our countries in every sector. Several political decision makers of Portuguese descent in California and throughout the United States recognize the importance of mutually beneficial legislation to the prosperity of both our countries. They work as bridges and facilitate opportunities on both sides of the Atlantic. Portugal and the United States have a long-standing relationship. We are both Atlantic nations, two founding members of NATO, with a history of mutual respect and support. The Azores, where the ancestors of some of you were born, has been one of the main backbones of the ties that binds us together and a contributor to global security through the presence of the American Air Force in the largest base. And although Portugal and the United States share a history and have such ancient ties, this is a relationship that looks towards the challenges of the future. This is where you come in. The Portuguese-American community continues to be the bedrock of the alliance between Portugal and the United States. You were born into a vibrant, hard-working community, and as such, you have a privileged role to play in keeping alive for years to come the ties between two countries that share a long history and values of freedom and democracy that sustain us. I encourage you to take advantage of the many personal, professional and civic opportunities that being part of the Portuguese-American community and of the networks of the Portuguese diaspora worldwide offers. But the community also looks to you to create more opportunities and expand on existing ones. And of course, if you have ideas of projects or initiatives to strengthen the Portuguese-American community and need support on advancing them, do reach out to us. FLAD wants to hear from you, and we are working on great opportunities for young Americans of Portuguese descent for the coming year. So stay tuned. I wish you great and productive sessions. Thank you.